The supplements that we usually recommend are very similar to those that patients who want to get pregnant naturally should take. I mean, there are not specific supplements unless there is a lack of any of the vitamins, for example, in the blood tests. So in normal conditions, what we do recommend is taking folic acid, which is the standard substance recommended for anyone who wants to get pregnant. And there are a lot of compounds that contain a lot of vitamins, vitamin B, 12, B6, B1, selenium, magnesium, zinc, and things like that. Well, these are kind of things that are helpful because are going to help you start the pregnancy in your best condition, but the direct effect on the outcome of the cycle is very, very controversial, very, very little effect. There was a recent study trying to see if there was any correlation between, especially in women, taking supplements before IVF and the live birth, and there were no difference at all, suggesting that even the antioxidants do not help to improve the quality of the eggs. It's true that in certain cases, for example, like patients with a polycystic ovary, it may make sense to take things like myo-inositol because it has been suggested that this may increase the percentage of mature eggs. Also, in cases in which you have done a first egg collection and the percentage of mature eggs has been really low compared to the one we were expecting, it could make sense to give myo-inositol because it's never going to be a problem, and in some cases may help to obtain more mature eggs. Anything else? Well, it could help to start in a better condition, but it's not going to significantly change the outcome. Men is slightly different. It's true that some supplements may improve the quality of the sperm. But once more, we are facing the same problem that as always. Thus, this improvement translates into more babies. Well, so far, no one has been able to demonstrate them. So antioxidants, for example, in men may sometimes help us to change the treatment. And if there is a kind of a mild male factor, it could happen that if we improve the quality of the sperm, we may change from an IVF to an IUI and then make it simple, easier for the patients. But in terms of once you are just doing IVF, the fact that you get 23 million sperm or you get 45 million sperm is not going to change the outcome, it's not going to improve. And the other factor that has been related to supplements is the DNA fragmentation, which is a condition in which the DNA inside of the head of the sperm is fragmented, and this may make things really difficult for the eggs because the eggs have to deal with this fragmentation. And it has been suggested that taking antioxidants may improve the DNA fragmentation. Once more, the evidence that we have is quite weak. And it's not going to be an issue, so we do recommend taking antioxidants to someone that have a high DNA fragmentation rate because most of the DNA fragmentations are related to oxidative stress, so taking antioxidants may improve the conditions, but you need to take them for at least 2 months until you may find any benefit. So since most of the time patients are not willing to invest these 2 months to get a result that may be better or not, there are other ways of dealing with DNA fragmentation like IMSE, which in our opinion are really, really useful. So despite giving these antioxidants, we tend to work in a different way to try to start as soon as possible the treatments.